now. Couple of times, many people said that it wasn't audible. Namaskaram, everyone. Hi, hello. Thank you for joining. This was just an impromptu live, but I'm very happy that many of you managed to come in. So we have been together for a few months. We are connected with this YouTube channel. So I thought it's fine that we can go live and say hi to everyone, ask how are they doing, and take some questions if at all you have any. So do not hesitate to put in some questions if you have any. We'll take it in a short while. All right. So thank you very much for joining over here, and I'm very happy. This is my first live, so I'm excited as well to be doing this live interaction with many of you. So many of my friends, my family who are here now, and they did ask me this question: Why did you start this channel, Shobana? Many of them had this question: Why did you start this channel? So thanks, Archana. Yeah. So the seeking what I had to go about was started for quite a long time. The the answer to this is, I had a lot of questions in me which says, why am I doing what am I doing? For a very long time. It should be a very long time, what I remember right now. It started simply by the way, how do we eat, what do we eat, what type of food we eat, and how do we drink water, how do we store it, and etc. etc. Because I noticed the way what we do at our home is totally different from others, like my friends, families, relatives, or anywhere we go. It's totally very different. I was not looking for what is right and what is wrong, but I was looking for what is appropriate for my well being. Am I doing the right thing? I wasn't aware of it. So this was my reason where I was looking into it. And when I asked few questions to my family and my friends' parents, they said, this is the culture what we have at her home. This is the way we follow it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Someone else said, this is our tradition, this is our culture, and we don't dare to ask why. I was like, okay, I was taken aback, but I said okay and moved on. And some other family said, this is our caste, and we do this way. No one else can do this way. I was taken aback by all the answers because caste and religion wasn't my answer at all, because this is something which we have created. Humans have created it. No child is born with a stamp, so nothing is true in the existence. Existence is simple. So these answers were complicated, and it is very hard for me to understand and take it on from there. So this was not the answer what I was looking for. My questions wasn't two great questions. My questions were only simple questions which was based on the normal things: how to live a life, how to live a happy, peaceful, and a joyful life. That's all. What to eat, what not to eat, how to drink, how should not we drink, how to keep this one for the well-being, and so on. So when I did not find when I did not find the answers, the questions started building up, buzzing all the around. I used to just observe everywhere. Where am I going? Everywhere, just observing. Never ever I arrived to a solution though, or a answer though, but I just kept buzzing this question. It never left me a minute. Why, and why? I always had this why. And now finally, I got my answers in Yogic lifestyle. So my this channel is just about an expression of my findings so far. To just put it very simply, right? We were just sitting, me and my friend were sitting in a cafeteria, and my friend was suggesting that, Shobana, eat food before even your hunger sticks you. Like, oh, is it? Okay. Another friend is suggesting me that, you should eat food every 2 hours once, so that you don't get so hunger to eat a big, large meal. That's her way of understanding. And the other one says eat 2 meals in a day with 6 hours apart, but eat big meals. So you have three versions now: what you believe and what you don't believe, or what you follow, what you don't follow. It's not about the belief, but what you follow. How do you know this is going to keep my stomach happy, my digestive system happy, and me as a body as a happy? I don't know. So confused being. And again with the water, So I did see people who are using plastic cans. They buy a 10-liter plastic cans at home for a storage of an water, just in the corporate sectors like that. And some people used a pot, matka, what they call. They kept it that, and some people use copper to store water, and the next day they used to drink. So everything was different. Everywhere, everything is different. But what is the right way or appropriate way to lead a happy and a very pleasant way of living wasn't sure in me. So confused again. So wherever I went for asking and seeking an answer, I never got the straightforward answer for it. It was only twisted and turns, whatever their understanding is, they were saying that, but that wasn't anywhere close to the truth. So that's how I became a seeker, and that's how this has become an expression for it. So to just put it simply, at our home, how we eat is we sit in a cross-legged, and I'm sure in all the South Indian and Southern Indian families, this is the mostly how people eat. They sit in a cross-legged position on a ground, and they eat with the hands. And in some of my other families, they eat with a spoon and a fork. Very different. And how did this happen? So that's the thing. What I'm going to tell you will blow your mind, but this is a fact which people knew it for many, many, many generations. That's how they kept this culture as, that intact to the spiritual thing. So all our fingers, right, all of our fingers is so sensitive. It do have a nerve ending. So when you touch a food, it recognizes very immediately whether this food is right for you to eat or not. Can you believe it? You can experiment it. I will make a detailed episode on this, but yeah, you can try it out. If you touch a very hot food, if your fingers cannot bear the heat, how will your mouth will bear it? Second one, if your food is spoiled and you touch it immediately, you can recognize there's something with this food which you cannot eat it. So this is a science. So this is a science which was put into us as a tradition, as a culture. And this has a huge significance to the spiritual well-being of us. This is not something which is made up in few years. This goes such a millennia ago. I'm sure all of you will know who is Agastya Muni by now. So if you do not know, please Google and find it out who is Agastya Muni. He's a great sage who did such a wonderful job to transform the life in this southern part. So Agastya Muni's contribution was that everything what we do in our lifestyle was just a yogic lifestyle, basically, to put it across. But we don't know whether it's a yogic lifestyle or not. But he just put and thought things in such a way that it is just a part of it's such a part of our culture and traditions. We sit in a cross, like we eat with our fingers, and there are many reactions, like how do you go to a temple, how do you bow down, you lit a diya. Everything is a yogic lifestyle which is just put into our homes, in our minds, in our way of living as a tradition and culture. It has a significance. It definitely has. So I think somewhere we have missed to ask why to our parents, or our parents has missed to ask why to their parents. The chain has somewhere this chain has broken. The invasion what happened in India is also a major hit. We have lost all our knowledge because of that as well. But now there's a time to go back and to understand why we're doing what we're doing. Trust me, if we know why are we doing, right, the whole experience becomes very beautiful. Now, when I make a rangoli or make a kolam, that very experience, it turns out to be very beautiful around it. Just because I understand now. With my mind, I try to understand what am I doing right now. So that's why this channel has come into the place. I'm sure it is making some difference, if it not all. Just try to experiment certain things. There's not about a belief, definitely. You can experiment little things, what you can experiment in life, you can do experiment it. And there will be some changes for sure. I have experimented the changes from last 2 years, and the changes are such a transformational. I smile more. People who are following me in the other social medias, they do notice that I smile more and dance more much better than last time. So there is a significance and overall well-being with the small changes what we make in life. So that's why I'm here, and that's why we are here to make it as an expression. Yeah. Okay, I'll just check if there's any questions around. Okay. So yes, how are we going forward from here on? So I'll continue to doing all the practices, what I do it, whatever the changes I make in my lifestyle. Not a big lifestyle change, or small things, but these small things does make a big impact in our life, and that's most important, and that's the only thing that we are concerned about. So these things we will have it going, we will keep it going. From next week, I'll be making everyday video and posting it on a soil movement. The soil movement is very important, and that needs an attention because our soil is degrading. Can you believe it? We have never thought a soil can go extinct, but that's actually what's happening. So it's important that all 192 countries come across and they create the awareness about what is soil, how important is our soil. We are nothing but soil bodies. So it's important to understand the soil is not the dirt. So, the soil is just we get our food, we get our drink, we get everything and anything. The laptop I'm using, the phone I'm talking with you right now, everything is a product of soil. So if we don't have a healthy soil, what happens? We don't have a healthy life. And we don't want to get into that kind of a situation where Ukraine and Russia is facing right now. I'm sure all of you should be following the war conflict over there, right? It brings tears in me when I see the young child and all the too many people over there are not getting food. They're running from here to there. This is what will happen if we don't have enough sufficient food in the world. If soil is degraded, this is the only way it is. And we don't want to live. If at all we have a play here, if at all we have a chance to play here, what do? We can do all the things to reserve it. We can do all the things to reverse the changes. So this is exactly what's happening. So from March 21st, Sadhguru is going on a ride for 100 days, starting from United Kingdom to Coimbatore. So to support the same, all of us have to talk about soil. We don't have to do anything much. We just have to talk about soil. That's all. And with the same motive, I'm going to do the 100 episodes. For every day there will be one episode which is talking about soil, just soil. Most of us think soil is a dirt, and we don't allow our kids to touch it. This is how even I was earlier, but how wrong we are. The more far away we go from the soil, the more far away we go from the truth. And that's not the way we can live healthy, we can live strong. It's all Panchabhuta, and that's all the entire game of a life. So soil is important, very important, and right now the action is needed. So I'll meet you there with 100 episodes of soil, what we can do, what we cannot do, and all I need your contribution is talk about soil. Take it forward from here. You can share my videos with your family and friends and so on. I will also share my pledge video where you can sign in as a soil buddy. Yeah, from there we can go on. So yeah, I'll meet you from next week on every day on all 100 episodes. Thank you, and namaskaram everyone for joining, and thank you for making this live successful. Thank you very much. Namaskaram.